Getting to Ultimate Champion can be a very tough and stressful grind for a lot of Clash Royale players. I've made this video to show you my easy and stress-free way to get to Ultimate Champion every season. You guys may hate me if you're new to the channel, but I love to use Classic Lavaloon as it is a very laid-back deck and it is easy to pick up as well. I've compiled some of my best games to show you guys exactly how to master this deck. Hope you enjoy the video, and if you do want to support me, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and use code INVADER in the shop. Tombstone followed up by a lava is one of the best plays possible with this deck. It allows me to get an early elixir advantage because most people don't really know how to respond to a tombstone, and it allows me to go with the lava that is almost unpunishable because he would be trying to push opposite lane into a tombstone, which is pretty easy for me to defend with the little elixir I have plus the actual tombstone itself. So forced to respond with the barbs, not my favorite play because I was worried about spell value, and then he out comes the giant skeleton, which you definitely don't see every day. But hey, the recent, I guess not so recent, skeleton dragon buff actually allows them to survive and gives me a nice 1000 damage lead. Trying to start up the same thing here with the tombstone and the lava, except this time recycled MP does have a pump, so things get a little bit more difficult when you're facing pump players because obviously you know they have a massive elixir advantage. Usually I'll fireball the pumps, but I have a feeling that I'll be able to break through on this push if I save my fireball for offense. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. We're going to see. So he does use the skeleton dragons. We're just going to fireball them immediately. And the fact that he has skeleton dragons Phoenix Night Witch is not very fun, actually. That's not very fun. But, what do I even do here? I think we've got to go with the barbs, obviously, because I don't want to like spend a mega minion and a tombstone. I feel like that's a bit of a waste. But at the same time, this Phoenix is just going to kind of kill all the barbs. He goes with the second pump. We'll just start up another tombstone and then a lava. This time we're going to try and get the balloon involved, though, because going with lava pushes with skelly drags is nice sometimes, but it doesn't always work out. It doesn't always work out, especially when the giant skeleton and the golem are in the same deck. So he definitely has ways to soak up some damage. We're going to have to take out these bats early on and hopefully allow our balloon to get through to the tower. It should be able to. The Phoenix retargets. We're going to barbs up here, try and kill the giant skelly plus this prince. And then I believe we should be able to plop down another tombstone just to help out against the giant skelly, plus if he goes with like another prince. Damn, this fireball value is sick, and we hit the prince too. Okay, well, somehow we managed to defend a guy who has golem, giant skeleton, plus 2 pumps. So I'm not quite sure how that worked. We just like focused on killing the support troops rather than the golem and taking a nice dub against a horrible menace right there. Grifo 420 as our next challenger. Kind of a funny name, Grifo. I don't know. It's just kind of funny to me. He goes with the bomber in the back first play. Leads me to believe E-Giant. The archers, I no longer believe it's E-Giant. It's probably just some random assortment of cards. Bomber always scares me though, because E-Giant is a very gnarly matchup. It's not always like bad, it's just scary. It's just scary. We're gonna go with the barbs here because even if he were to say fireball the barbs, I don't even know if he has fireball. If he does, but the thing there is that going with the witch in the back and then a royal giant is making it so he doesn't have enough elixir to play offense and defense. He's got to pick one, so I either get a bunch of damage or I play really good defense. So, oh, that sap was sexy. A big thing for newer lava players to learn is that you have to sack and attack. We're not responding to those archers, we're just going tombstone and then planning on going with the lava to set up our next push. He goes with the witch in the back, so I'm going to respond with the balloon here because he just burned one of his air counters. And he has Inferno Tower. I didn't know he had Inferno Tower, but we're only going to get Death Bomb here, sadly. But that's the thing. We don't want to spend elixir, precious elixir, and troops on defending worthless things like the archers. We've got a 3,000 health tower. Maybe if my tower is at like 600 HP and we needed to keep it alive, that would be a different scenario. But we've got 3,000 health. And so I just want to move on and press my elixir lead. And so here he goes with a 12 on We might even be even. I think we're even on elixir after that, which is crazy given that I have a whole lava push down and we're even on elixir. That's crazy, but that's the big strategy of this deck as we try and take out this witch here successfully. Nice. I'm not really worried about the archers. And that whole thing happens because the guy has no elixir. Like, we just put ourselves in a really good spot. And the thing that's important is, if you overspend on little cards like the archers and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to push the elixir lead. And so the reason we took that left tower, one, because my opponent's an idiot, but two, because we had the elixir advantage, which makes it so that we can push through on offense much easier. So I hope you can see basically what I'm talking about. Like, you want to play less defense on important things. Think about how much damage a card could deal to your tower and what you would be defending that card with, and go from there. So when you're determining whether to sack or attack something. Yorch, what a name, bro, what a name. Starting off the game once again with a tombstone and a lava. It's just a pretty good starting hand. Like, I will always go tombstone and then lava, pretty much just always. He responded with a bomb tower and nothing else until my lava was clear well across the bridge, which is definitely interesting. But it does look like Graveyard, Splash Yard, one of the most popular decks in the game. However, he's running it with bomb tower instead of... he's not gonna really he just gave me a free 1,000 damage. I'll take that. But yeah, it's one of the most popular decks in the game, and wow, okay, well, this is great. He's playing the bomb tower instead of the tombstone, which I guess is slightly better for me because I'd rather not have to deal with the stupid tombstone skeletons the whole game. So definitely a good start and a good variant of Graveyard to be facing, I guess. Another important thing for new lava players to learn is the timing of lava hounds. I'm going with my lava because my opponent just used his win condition and cannot pressure me. So it's just a free lava in the back since we just got done defending his win condition, in this case the Graveyard. This applies to whatever you're playing against. If your opponent has E-Barbs, Royal Giant, anything, you want to go in with lavas after you defend, while you have a tombstone down. Never when your opponent's sitting at 10 elixir and is about to rush you. Never do that, okay? that's a recipe for disaster. So we're going to... He's going to poison here. But we're going to get 2 big Skelly Drag hits. And so although we give him good poison value, he's forced to spend... Let me do the quick maths. It's a 9 for 10 trade. So he got a +1 trade, which I'm willing to take just to, I guess, get him to do worse on defense in the other lane, I guess. Because if he's still worried about Barb's Loon coming in, we're going to get extra damage like we did with those Skelly Drags there. And unfortunately, we take a lot of damage here, but it was worth it because now we've got an entire lava coming in. He's got to respond to Mega Minion Skelly Drags with the poison, and he can't deal with the lava chip. So all of the Graveyard damage he got is going to be made up for with just a few lava hounds here. He's going to be forced to tornado to King Tower, and it's going to be insanely hard to stop this next lava from taking his whole tower. We've got Barbarians as well if he wants to apply pressure with the Graveyard in the opposite lane. I don't think he's going to make it that long. I think this is going to be GG's. So he does go with the last ditch Graveyard, but it doesn't matter because we sealed the game with a fireball. So pretty good, pretty well played matchup there from us. Yeah, so that was a good game. Bro has a monk. That's crazy. You don't see monk too often, but when you do, it's just a nasty experience, especially in the right hands. I doubt this easy win guy is the right hands, so to speak, but I mean, we don't want to underestimate him, especially the midladder menaces. Never underestimate the midladder menaces, because that's how you get humiliated, and you look like a fool. But he's got the Electro Dragon Monk, which is already shaping up to be a not so fun matchup. Skelly's plus Firecracker, no Fireball in cycle because I used the Fireball in his first Firecracker. So this is just pain. And he's got a Ram Rider. Oh my god. And we're gonna have to zap just to avoid taking a little. Oh my god. And he's got a Tornado. This is just shaping up to be one hell of a matchup. The thing is, now we know what he's playing. I know what he's got, so I like that's a good start. Like, we're down 300 damage, but now I know what he has heading into double, and I know what I have to deal with. So we've got to get through. Next Firecracker is evolved. We got to get through an Electro Dragon, Ramrider, Tornado, Firecracker, plus the Monk. If he uses the Monk on defense, we're not going to be able to fireball there because he does hit the Monk ability. Bro thinks he's going to get a TikTok clip on me. Like, bro, that's not how that works. I don't get clipped. I don't get clipped, my friend. Why did you all go back to the Monk? You're making me look like a fool. Oh my god. Okay, this is going to be very difficult to deal with. Thankfully, the Firecracker's locked onto the Skeleton Dragon, even if it was only for one shot. We're going to take a charge here. Oh, we don't take a charge, thank god. Skeleton Dragon's actually, you know what? That's not bad. That's not bad at all, because not only do we get a lot of damage back with the drags, we're actually not down that much. We're only down 300, and that's pretty good. Considering the deck we are facing, we got to be careful about the Ram Riders. I'm very scared of Ram Riders just because it's gonna be rough. He doesn't look to have like a fireball or anything though, so that's the silver lining. Zap. Oh, Zap was late. We're gonna give up a charge from the Ram Rider. Ugh. Oh, that's painful. And the Firecracker. Oh, I thought she was going to target onto the balloon. Bro has 2 Electro Dragons. He's just blue balling me at this point, bro. Oh, we got a second Ram Rider to deal with. Hoping I won't need to zap, but I probably will need to zap. Oh, we don't. Nice. Right after Fireball. Oh, he got that Monk down just a second too late. Just a second too late. I don't know if he had enough elixir for it, but sadly, we're just feeding him value with these barbs because he's going to be able to build up a nice little push here with the Electro Dragon counter push. However, we do force out the Ram Rider into the wrong lane, so that's good. And we might be able to get Death Bomb here. So hey, that's actually really good for us. We're going to get a Death Bomb. We're down 700, but it's going to be... Oh, this is going to be painful. Zap, take out the Firecracker, please. Help me, please, please. Bro, we're just slowly dying to the Monk ability. Okay, so we're down 900 now. I'm going to start up another lava in the middle just to try and separate our balloon and our lava to try and minimize his Electro Dragon value. What is he doing? Really? I think he was anticipating me to go with the Barbarians first play, but he doesn't know who I am, bro. I don't get... read, I don't get predicted. It doesn't happen. He was really expecting a Barbarians, and if I went Barbarians there, I would be dead, which is why I kind of waited. And he's forced the Barb Barrel on the Barbs on the other side. They don't do too much, but hey, we get him down to 2k, and yes, that should be game right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we predicted the prediction, I guess. Oh man, won that game. It's one of the best plays in Clash Royale right here. Tombstone first play, then lava, because none of the opponents think it's important to respond to a tombstone. It's actually really important to respond to the tombstone, so I can't get like a promising lava push early in the game, but they don't understand that. So as long as they don't understand that the tombstone is actually very valuable as long as it's alive, like, look at this, just look at this. We don't have to worry about this mini P.E.K.K.A. at all. What we do have to worry about is the fact that he has 4 air counters, but we don't have to worry about the mini P.E.K.K.A. because he didn't respond to the tombstone. So like we only go up 700 here, but that's still pretty big. Like, that's still pretty big, and we know what we're facing. Okay, well, to be fair, I was about to say I don't know his win condition. I do. He throws a Hog Firecracker at the bridge. If I knew the Firecracker was coming, I couldn't anticipate that because nobody in their right mind would have done that. So it was hard to predict that. If I knew it was coming, I would have played the Mega Minion on the right side of my tower to activate King, so I didn't have to play those dragons. But it turns out that those dragons actually help because now we cut the lead to 200 instead of 600. Bro, why wouldn't he have a Mega Knight? I mean, he's got 4 air counters. He's got a Hog Rider. The next thing on the bingo card is the Mega Knight. I mean, it always is, if we're going to be honest. Doesn't have his Firecracker yet, but when he does, it will be evolved, so we've got to watch out for that. I do have enough elixir to go Barbs on this, but barely. If you guys are ever, like, even slightly scared that the Mega Knight's going to jump onto the Barbarians, do not play them, because you just threw 5 elixir down the toilet. Or I guess flushed it down the toilet is the better saying there. But we are in a pickle. We are in a pickle. We are in a bit of a problem. Oh, please. Okay, good. Good Mega Minion. The Mega Minion just saved the game. Oh my god, we didn't even take a single damage. That's the worst fireball I've done in a very long time, and we didn't even take an ounce of damage. So, I mean, this is the important thing. Just, like, think about this for a second. What if I was to go lava first play, and, for example, he went all out. He went all out in the opposite lane with, like, Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Firecracker and God knows what else. Like, the whole reason we got away with that is the tombstone. Because the tombstone, it kind of, like, with these mid-ladder players and these non-high ranked players, they don't know how to respond to it. So they'll just do something that they normally wouldn't have done, or they will just do nothing, and that allows you to go up 3 elixir and play lava hounds early in games. I do not recommend doing this, but I'm going to show you what happens when you go lava first play without a tombstone. Now, I expect this guy to just rush me opposite lane with something, I don't know. Okay, I did not know that was coming. I did not know that was going to happen, but that's the perfect, literally the perfect representation. Okay, the rage was overkill, little bro. That was overkill. That's what happens, okay? And it just so happened that the Mega Minion did a good job there. And he's got minions, and so now I'm not going to be able to take this tower. That's what happens when you go lava first play. Okay, so this is just obviously, I mean, it could be a lot worse for me. He could have gone with like E-Barb's Rage or something, and I wouldn't have been able to do anything. But that's why you shouldn't go lava without your tombstone, because if I go tombstone there, that doesn't happen. I do not lose my tower. And honestly, you could make an argument that he doesn't even go Goblin, Giant, Dark Prince at the bridge if I go tombstone and then lava. He might go like Dark Prince in the back or something. But that's why you don't go lava first play, because although I'm only down 800 here, and I'm arguably probably way better than him, so I'm going to be able to win this just based off the skill difference. It's me not trying to be egotistical. I'm just showing you why you shouldn't do that. You should always go tombstone and then lava. But, you know, even though we're only down 800 damage, it could have been a hell of a lot worse, so I definitely don't recommend doing that. He has no elixir, so even if he did have Fireball on his deck, I think he has Fireball. If this is the popular Goblin Giant deck going around, he should have Fireball, but he didn't have enough elixir for it, so I didn't need to worry about playing the barbs. And so here we're going to go ahead and take this tower, and we should, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there. We should be able to just, I guess, go into double pretty much even. We're actually not going to be down in elixir either, because he did have to spend a dark, I don't know if I would have played that Dark Prince if I was him. He kind of like, what purpose did it serve, you know? Didn't really do anything. Big Gob Giant push coming in here. I assume he's going to play something else with this Mini P.E.K.K.A. So he does have the Fireball, spends it on the drags, because, like, that's why you should always play your drags on a Goblin Giant, because, like, you don't want to just, he can't kill them. He has to Fireball them. And if he Fireballs them, the barbs get really good value. So that's always why you want to use the sort of Fireball bait, I guess. Skelly Drags come out. I would personally think you should ignore the drags, because if I get to use my barbarians, it's just over. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, you've got to just think about this. Like, from my perspective, I've got to think Fireball bait and Tombstone before lava. That's the key to winning this. Expo 3.0. I don't think anyone in the history of Clash Royale has ever named themselves a deck and actually played that deck. Instead, we get to face Logbait. How wonderful is that? I absolutely love Logbait. If you guys don't know, this is a very bad matchup, and it's a hard counter, and Logbait should win this almost every time, especially if they have Inferno Tower. So we're not having fun, okay? We're just not having fun. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I've never wanted to face a Logbait player. It's just always a bad matchup. It's never fun. It always ends with them making a fool of themselves by missing a rocket or something like that, because we are in Royal Champion after all. Y'all defend Goblin Barrels? It couldn't be me. I'm going in with my bad boy Lava in the back here, because basically we have a strategy, and it involves going Balloon, getting his rocket out, going Barbarians, and winning the game. So we're gonna zap, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go balloon, he's gonna rock it, and then we're gonna go barbarians, and we're gonna win the game because Blood is gonna start shaking in his boots. Yep, okay, so here we go. Barbarian. Oh, we used an E-Spirit. Yo, you poor soul. What are you using the E-Spirit for, bro? It ain't gonna do nothing for you. Oh my god. Oh, the Evo Knight's not gonna save him. Oh, it's not gonna save him. Skelly Drag's coming in too. Oh my god. This is a massacre. This is not. Oh, you can't let him. Where's your E-Spirit, bro? Not that that would help him, but I mean, bro, this is sad. You can't be losing this. How do you go home to your family after losing this matchup? Good game. It was not a good game. It was a massacre. There's not really much to explain after that. I mean, you play you whenever you can, you go tombstone in the back, and then you just apply offensive pressure. So the only thing they can do is go goblin barrel. And you could just ignore every one of their goblin barrels because you have a tombstone down. And then, I mean, if you're up a tower against logbait, you will never lose, I'm pretty sure. So there's not much to explain there except the basic offensive strategy there. So that's why we won the game. Here's the moment of truth, my friends. We've got 82%. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.